Continue entering serial numbers and assigning zones until all AML detectors have been enrolled. If you assign an AML detector to a zone already present on the system, the AML detector will override the existing zone. The panel will not allow you to enroll an AML detector that is not connected, and for this reason, AML serial numbers cannot be downloaded into the panel. They must be enrolled manually on-site. The panel key is a 2-digit number used to lock addressable detectors. At default, the panel key is 00. AML smoke detectors automatically test themselves every 40 seconds for low sensitivity. If a low sensitivity trouble condition exists, the keypad displays the trouble and a signal is reported to the central station if programmed. A smoke detector test can be manually activated by entering *6 walk test code and selecting AML smoke test. During the test, the keypad displays AML smoke test is active. To test AML devices, put the panel into walk test by entering *6 and the walk test code. Select either local walk test, no bell, local walk test, or local and communications test. During the walk test, AML motion detectors light the LED every time motion is detected to allow you to test the coverage pattern. Also, the panel puts the AMA 100 glass break detectors in test, so the AFT 100 tester can be used. Every time the sound of breaking glass is detected, the AMA 100 lights the LED. During normal operation, the LED on the AML smoke detectors flash once every 40 seconds. The smoke detector can be activated using canned smoke or by activating the manual or scheduled test. To end the walk test, enter *6 walk test code, then select Disable walk test. To program the installer options, press *8 installer code to get into installer programming. Then select System Area. Then select Installer Options. The first menu item is the installer code. To program a new installer code, select this option and enter a new 4-digit code. When finished, the keypad will exit the section and return you to the menu. The next menu item is the Grand Master code. This is user code number 1 on the system, and this can always perform any function. Use this section to reprogram the Grand Master code if the user forgets theirs. Note, never leave the Grand Master code programmed as the default, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. The next menu item is the second Grand Master code. This code is identical to the Grand Master code. It can arm or disarm any partition or program any user code, but it's invisible to the end user. If the second Grand Master code is used on the system to perform any function, it will log that way to the event buffer. The walk test code must be programmed to be able to use the *6 walk test function. It is necessary to use the *6 walk test function to properly test addressable detectors. Most dealers program this code the same as their installer's code. This is not a problem and does not cause a conflict in the system. The last option is Installer Lockout. Select this item and a menu will appear, allowing you to enable or disable lockout. Scroll to the desired option and press the star key to select it. If lockout is enabled, no hardware default can be performed. The next system area program item is Event Messages. There are 6 different messages that may appear to the end user at different times. These can be reprogrammed if you wish. For example, if the end user disarms the system after an alarm has occurred, the keypad will display the message, "Alarm occurred while armed," for 3 seconds, then display the alarm zones. If you would like to change this or any of the other messages, use the same procedure used to program zone labels, found in the Partition section of this training package. System Options is the next system area menu item. This program item is divided into 5 sections: System Toggle Options, Keypad Toggle Options, Keypad Lockout, System Times, and Zone Supervision. The first System Options menu item is System Toggles. When you select this menu item, the keypad will display a number of toggle options that pertain to the operation of the system. Each toggle option has a manual reference number beside it, telling you specifically where to go in the installation manual for a complete description of the option and how it will affect the operation of the system. The next System Options menu item is Keypad Toggles. This menu item will allow you to specify how the 3 emergency keys on the keypads will operate, whether the activation of an emergency key will activate the bell output, if the bell output will be pulsing or if it will be steady, and if the keypad will beep 3 times to acknowledge the button has been pressed. To activate any emergency key, press and hold both halves of the button for 2 seconds. The next System Options menu item is Keypad Lockout. After the program number of incorrect codes have been entered, the message Keypad Lockout is active will be displayed for the lockout duration, and the event is logged to the buffer. Keypad Lockout is programmable by partition. If this feature is required, make sure to toggle the Keypad Lockout option on in each partition under Partition Toggles. If global keypads are being used, Keypad Lockout can be enabled for them as well. This is done by toggling on the Global Keypad Lockout option in System Toggle Options. The next System Options menu item is System Times. There are a number of times that need to be programmed in the system. Bell cutoff, programmable in minutes, is the bell cutoff time for both fire and burglary alarms. The police code time is used in conjunction with the police code reporting code. If 2 different zones go into alarm on the same partition within this time, the panel will transmit the police code reporting code. Daylight savings and standard time can be programmed so the panel will automatically adjust the clock. Programming is done as month, day of the week, and week of the month. In North America, daylight savings occurs on the first Sunday in April. Standard time occurs on the last Sunday in October, which may be the 4th or 5th week depending on the year. Postpone arm is used in conjunction with access control. When the panel attempts to auto-arm, the user can postpone it. The panel will then attempt to auto-arm again after this time is expired. Clock adjust can be used to ensure clock accuracy in areas where the 50 or 60 Hz AC power is not reliable. Fire silence delay can be used to prevent the user from silencing the fire alarm for a programmed number of minutes. Some jurisdictions may require this. AC fail delay is the delay time before an AC trouble will be displayed on the keypads. Water flow delay can be programmed to be used with water flow switches that do not have a built-in mechanical delay. The last System Options menu item is Zone Supervision. Select this program item and scroll to the desired option, either normally closed loops, single end-of-line, or double end-of-line resistors, then press the star key to select it. This option is used to select the end-of-line resistor configuration for all burglary zones. Fire zones, being that they are supervised, automatically require an end-of-line resistor. Programming partitions can be divided into 7 relatively simple programming steps. Press star 8 installer code to enter installer programming. Scroll to and select Partition area, then select Add Edit Partition. Now scroll to the partition to be programmed and select it. In this video, we will focus on programming Partition 1. The first menu item in partition programming is the customer ID code or account number. Once the menu item is selected, the panel will enter the program section. Enter the 4-digit account number. If you are using the Pulse or Contact ID formats, you must program the hex digit A for any 0 in the account number. When you finish entering the 4-digit account number, the panel will exit the program section. Scroll to and select the next menu item, Partition Toggles. Most of the 31 options are straightforward and self-explanatory. Use the arrow keys to scroll through the list of options and use the star key to toggle between yes and no. Once all the options have been programmed according to the requirements of the installation, press the pound key to exit. Remember, the toggle options are programmable by partition. If you have multiple partitions, you will need to program the toggle options for each. Scroll to and select the next menu item, Partition Times. There are 6 different partition times that can be programmed. The first 2 menu items are the entry and exit delay times for standard delay zones. Select the appropriate option and program the 3-digit time. The next 2 menu items are for the entry and exit delay times for the auxiliary delay zones. Select the appropriate option and program the 3-digit time. The next menu item is the delinquency time in days. If the partition is not armed for the number of days programmed, the panel will report a closing delinquency reporting code. This can be used to alert you to customers that are not using their system. The last partition time is the Autoarm Prealert time. Program a number of minutes from 001 to 255. This is the delay time that the panel will provide when it is about to auto-arm. When the partition is about to auto-arm, the keypad will emit a steady tone for the program time. The system can be programmed to also squawk the siren every 10 seconds to alert someone to the fact that the system is about to auto-arm. Auto-arm squawk is programmed in Partition Toggles. Another partition toggle option, Auto-arm requires code, can be used to decide if either a single key press or a valid user code is required to abort automatic arming. When finished programming partition times, press the pound key to exit. A zone will not function until it is added or assigned to a partition. To add a zone to the partition, select the Add a New Zone menu item. The keypad will display the first zone that is not already assigned to the partition in numeric order. At default, the first 16 zones on the main panel are assigned to Partition 1. Since the first zone not assigned to Partition 1 is Zone 17, Zone 17 will be displayed. Use the arrow keys to scroll through the list of zones. When the correct zone number is displayed, press the star key to add the zone to the partition. When a zone is added, the keypad will enter the Edit a Zone function so that you can immediately program the zone information, starting with the zone label. It is suggested that you add all zones to the partition before editing the zone information. Press the pound key to exit the Edit function, and the keypad will return to the Add Zone list and display the next zone not already assigned to the partition. Continue to add zones in this manner until finished. Then press the pound key to exit the Add Zone menu item. A zone can be assigned to more than one partition. These are called common zones. Common zones will only be armed if all partitions they are assigned to are armed. It may be necessary to delete a zone from a partition. For example, if a zone from 1 through 16 is to be assigned to a partition other than Partition 1. To delete a zone, select the Delete a Zone menu item. The keypad will display the list of zones assigned to the partition in numeric order. Scroll through the list of zones, and when the correct zone is displayed, press the star key to delete it. The panel will delete the zone, and the keypad will display the next zone in numeric order. Continue to delete zones in this manner until finished, then press the pound key to exit. Editing a zone consists of 3 things: the zone label, the zone type, and the zone options. To edit a zone on the partition, scroll to and select the Edit a Zone menu item. The keypad will display the first zone that is assigned to the partition in numeric order. Scroll to and select the zone to be edited. The keypad will display the Zone Label menu item. Select Zone Label. The keypad will display the label program.